Hi, my name is Brian Tomaszewski. I'm the Principal Investigator for the National Science Foundation International Research Experience for Students, or IRES project called Mapping and Quantifying the Natural Disaster Resilience of Displaced People with the University of Rwanda Center for Geographic Information Systems and Remote Sensing at the Rochester Institute of Technology. In this video, I want to give you an overview about the IRES Rwanda project in terms of what the project involves and some things to consider if you're interested in applying to the program. This International Research Experience for Students project is focused on mapping and quantifying the natural disaster resilience of displaced people in Rwanda. Displaced populations are at their highest level since World War II. Rwanda is a unique location for scientific research on natural disaster resilience of displaced people for three reasons. First, ethnic Rwandans are still returning to Rwanda from neighboring countries decades after the ethnic conflict most infamously known as the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Second, Rwanda is currently hosting several refugee populations from neighboring Burundi and the Democratic Republic of Congo, as seen in this picture of the Mugambwa refugee camp. Third, Rwanda is prone to several forms of natural disasters, including floods and landslides, due to the hilly nature of the country. Rwandan citizens are frequently internally displaced because of natural disasters. Despite the scientific need and societal importance of research focused on linking displacement and natural disaster resilience, the two areas have received little attention as one interdisciplinary scientific research topic. This is relevant and important as the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, survey in 2015 found refugees and internally displaced persons were exposed to 150 disasters in 16 countries from 2013 to 2014, confirming their vulnerability to disasters associated with natural hazards. Floods, landslides, severe storms, fires, and other disasters affected some 380,000 people. For example, with Rwanda being a very hilly country, refugee camps can be susceptible to landslides and floods, like seen in this picture of the Kagame refugee camp in Rwanda. With this background in mind, the primary student research project will be community-level scale field mapping with Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, and remote sensing of resilience indicators relevant to displaced population natural disaster resilience. By community-level scale, we mean either A, predetermined spatial units, such as sectors in Rwanda, which are third-level administrative boundaries where Rwandan citizens live, or B, spatial relationships determined by refugees themselves, such as the community districts within a refugee camp. A key student project will be to create and evaluate a spatial index model of displacement natural disaster resilience. Student model creation tasks will consist of defining preliminary resilience model indicators relevant to the Rwandan context, identifying relevant resilience indicator datasets in Rwanda, and field data collection in Rwanda itself. Students selected for the project will use field mapping tools such as Geographic Information Systems, remote sensing, and global positioning systems to map the landscape surrounding refugee camps in areas where displaced Rwandan citizens live. Using data collected, students will then use techniques such as weighted indicator averaging to create a spatial index of displacement natural disaster resilience based on indicators. The basic idea behind weighted indicator averaging is to combine and normalize indicator datasets to a 0 through 1 value. Cartographic map products of the index outputs, like seen in this image, will be created for evaluation and dissemination. With the science aspects of the research in mind, let me tell you a little bit more about Rwanda itself. Rwanda is a safe, stable country in East Africa where the project principal investigators have extensive experience bringing students for research experiences. English is an official language of the country, and many young people involved in the scientific sector speak English. Rwanda is a beautiful country and makes for a great first experience in Africa. You'll find lots of things to do, from safari tracking, exploring forests, seeing Intore dancers, making new friends, and much, much more. The research environment for the IRES project will be the Center for Geographic Information Systems and Remote Sensing at the University of Rwanda, also known as CGIS. Located in the capital city of Kigali, CGIS is a great spot to spend the summer at a vibrant international university. Each IRES cohort will spend 10 weeks each summer in Rwanda. We expect the program to start by the end of May or early June and finish up in early August, thus giving you plenty of time to make it home. Please note as well that students selected for the program are expected to spend the entire 10 weeks in Rwanda. The IRES program is open to students from the Rochester Institute of Technology and Moreau Community College only. For RIT students, we are looking to recruit 4 to 5 graduate students a year with a preference for PhD students, although master's level students are welcome to apply. For MCC students, we are looking to recruit 1 student a year who is enrolled in the Geospatial Information Science and Technology program. We are looking to recruit a broad range of students interested in geographic information systems, remote sensing, imaging science, disaster management studies, and related fields. Students from RIT's Women's Center, Women in Computing, Women in Technology, and the African American, Latino, Hispanic, or Native American Faculty and Staff Association, ALANA AFSA, programs, and RIT's National Technical Institute for the Deaf are particularly encouraged to apply. If you are deaf and hard of hearing, it is possible to have American Sign Language interpreters accompany you. For example, on past trips to Rwanda, I brought a deaf female student who encountered no problems in Rwanda with being deaf. There's a few other important points to mention. First, only applications from U.S. citizens and permanent residents will be reviewed. Second, students must have a grade point average of 3.0 or higher on a 4-point scale at the time of application. Third, students will be required to submit a 1,000-word statement of interest on why they wish to conduct research in Rwanda and how they see the experience benefiting their educational experience and long-term international career prospects in science, technology, or engineering fields. Fourth, students will be required to obtain letters of recommendations from their primary faculty advisor and 1 other faculty member that can speak on the student's maturity and capability for foreign travel and intellectual capacity for conducting research. The RIT graduate students will also be required to take an online elective course titled Introduction to Geographic Information Systems that will give the students more in-depth knowledge of geographic information systems technology, remote sensing principles, creating and editing spatial data, advanced spatial analysis and modeling, and spatial field data collection. For some perspective on why you might want to do this research experience, students will participate in many professional development activities. First, students will be exposed to unique East African networks of scientists, decision makers, and disaster management practitioners through the project's involvement with CGIS. This exposure will provide opportunities for the students to seek follow-up internships with U.S. humanitarian organizations focused on disasters and displacements, such as USAID and the Peace Corps. The project also provides a unique scientific research experience. Your research will make a difference by bringing global attention to displacement and disaster resilience and potentially save or improve the lives of displaced people. Finally, being funded as a research scientist by the National Science Foundation is also very prestigious and can open up additional opportunities for you and your international science career. I also want to mention that if you're selected to participate in the program, we will cover round-trip airfare to Rwanda, all of your housing and food costs, as well as giving you a living stipend. Thus, you can focus all your time on research and not have to worry about working a part-time job or other income-generating activities to support yourself during the summer in Rwanda. For more information on the IRES project and to submit your application, visit us at the website link below. Also, feel free to contact me directly if you have any questions. Thanks for your time watching this video, and we look forward to seeing your application.